Hi everybody, this is Skip Elsheimer. Welcome to the AV Geeks Lunchtime Streaming Show, where we watch old 16mm films. This is a pre-recorded show, as I am on an airplane. And so this one, we have a theme show, and it's films with the word murder in the title. So we have first the Murderous Midget Fish. We have It's Murder, which is about how loose lips sinks ships. 6 Murderous Beliefs, which is about safety in the workplace and at home. It's Wanton Murder, which is about transportation, safety. Murder on the Screen, which I showed about a year ago, is a wonderful Calvin film about film damage at a film library. And then finally, a wonderful private snafu film called It's Murder, She Says, featuring sexy mosquitoes. If you like what you saw, feel free to hit a thumbs up button. Even if you've done it recently, you can also subscribe. And what else? You can donate via the Super Thanks button, or via ko-fi.com/avgeeks or patreon.com/avgeeks. Those are ways to support us. All right. Well, have a great rest of your day, and we will see you soon. Enjoy all the films. Take care. Bye.
It is murder. This is all that is left of me, Tom Blair, and of my dreams of home. shocked. You wonder what happened. This is what happened. And it started not long ago, back home. A good word, home. I'll never see it again. But this day I was walking along.
Hi, Tom. Hello, Mr. Nibley. Good morning, Miss Nelson.
Hello, Tom. I just heard from Chester. He's at Ottawa now.
Ottawa?
Yeah, that's an island.
You said that there?
Yes.
I thought censors were tough eggs.
They're not tough enough to stop Chester. Ask Tom about Winifred Allen. You see? You take the first letter of every word in any sentence that you don't understand.
A-T-A-W-A. A code. Golly, so Chester's at Ottawa.
We worked it out just before he left. It's very comforting to know exactly where your son is. Very comforting.
American troops arriving at Ottawa.
Tom!
Surprise, Madge?
Oh, darling.
You didn't think I'd get another pass, did you?
Oh.
Buona savena pasta.
What did you say?
In Polynesian, I said you're beautiful, babe.
Oh.
Hiya, son.
Hiya, Pop. San, Polly.
Polynesian? Ovada dosa. How's that, son?
Where did you get this beautiful babe business?
In camp from a bald-headed colonel.
What kind of an invasion are we planning?
Well, there you have to know the language of the country. Here I can get by with this.
Billy, my dad can speak Polynesian. Can he? Gosh. What's that? I don't know.
Soldiers learning Polynesian.
My youngster tells me Tom Blair's learning Polynesian in the Army. The next thing you know, they'll be teaching him the hula.
Blair's one of those amphibious soldiers, isn't he? Those guys you see in the newsreel landing on the beaches?
Yeah, the 51st Division over at Camp Canute.
51st Division, amphibious troops.
I couldn't sleep that night, that last night back home. I was thinking of tomorrow. The tomorrow when I'd be home for good. And about Madge. And Paul, smartest youngster on the block. He'd go to college. I didn't know, you see, that a few hundred miles away, words were being said that were locking the door to my future. Idle words, fitting in blank spaces in the plan for murder.
I hear you had a beef with Midge.
Yeah, I sure wanted to zip his lip. He shoots his big mouth off about switching through 16 cars of landing barges and seagoing tanks to the embarkation port. These birds will brag about what they know make me sick.
The guy Mitch knows nothing. 16 cars. There were 84 and they're all loaded to rods.
84. Hirohito should hear about that. He'd have a hemorrhage.
Yeah, I'll settle for Harry Carey. What's the matter with Butch?
Boy, I'm tired.
He's been highballing empties down at Camp Canute. Looks like maybe they'll move the lot of them.
Landing barges, amphibious tanks, 84 cars, Camp Canute. He said Hirohito ought to hear about that.
It was sooner than I thought. A few days after I returned to camp, my outfit was en route to the embarkation port. If you're trying to pick me out down there, look for the fella who's limping. Madge finished my socks so fast she forgot to take the lumps out of the heels. But I didn't care. I'd have worn those socks if they'd killed me.
Company! Halt! Rest!
We're headed for San Francisco.
No kidding? San Francisco, just a couple of hours from home. If I could only get word to her. I got a brainstorm.
Hey, mister, do me a favor, would you?
Huh?
I'd like to speak to Mrs. Thomas Blair at Somerville. Hello, Mrs. Blair? Well, I'm calling for your husband. Oh, no, he's all right. But he just wanted me to tell you that he was leaving. He says for you to go to San Francisco to a hotel. It begins with an A. That's very plain here. Yeah, that's it. That's right. He says he'll get in touch with you.
Troop movement, San Francisco.
Hello? Oh, darling. Oh, it was worth the trip just to talk to you. Paul's fine. Sends a kiss. Did you get the socks?
How'd I make them so perfect? Silly, I'm a perfect wife.
Look, I can't talk much longer.
Yeah, this looks like it, baby. They loaded our stuff aboard today.
Now, no worrying. Promise? Swell. I'll pick out a spot on this tropical island we're headed for and reserve it for our second honeymoon.
That'll be wonderful. Me in a grass skirt. Or do they wear sarongs there?
Hope their wish comes true. He's leaving today. Says he's going to pick out one of those tropical islands for a second honeymoon.
Tropical Isle. 84 cars, 51st Division, amphibious troops, Ottawa.
Yes, bits and pieces fitted together from harmless scraps of gossip. The plan for murder is complete. Nothing was wrong with our reconnaissance. A few days before, the Jap garrison had been weak and the beaches poorly defended. Now they were loaded for bear. The island looked beautiful and peaceful from the deck. I remembered what I had promised Madge after the shindig was over. A second honeymoon. And it was swell thinking about it. Because this was going to be a picnic, a walkover.
And now in the Pacific area, another island has been captured by our forces. Unfortunately, the casualties have been heavy. From all indications, the Japanese were aware of this action in time to anticipate it. And of course, the big question is, how did they know?
How did they know?
How did we know? This is how we knew. You told us. You were patriotic Americans. The source of attack?
He's at Ottawa now. Ottawa now.
The objective?
Tropical island.
Our nation.
Kind of equipment?
Landing barges and seagoing tanks.
Forces involved?
The 51st Division.
Embarkation?
San Francisco.
When?
Leaving today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wanted for murder. 6 beliefs. 1. 2. 5. 6. These public, they are ideas and beliefs, murderous beliefs which can lead to tragedy. These beliefs kill more than 80,000 people each year, enough to fill a huge college football stadium. Every year, there are millions of people badly hurt, many of them crippled. One of these beliefs may be about to murder you, so look closely. Do you believe safety is for sissies?
Man, when I saw you stretched out down there on the field after that pileup, I thought you were hurt real bad.
Yeah, could have been worse, though.
You're pretty lucky.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be
on.
Okay, see you.
Jim, how's the shoulder?
Pretty good, thanks.
Well, tough luck, but Coach tells me you didn't want to take time to get a new shoulder pads when you're
Starting to go, and I didn't want to take time out just to play safe.
Well, safety is a pretty important thing too, Jim.
Maybe, but I didn't want the other fellows to think I'm a sissy.
Well, you proved your point. But I wonder if the price you paid was worth it. By the way, we're having a meeting of the Aviation Club this afternoon, having a test pilot come out to give us a talk. Are you going to be there?
Sure will.
I think you'll find it enlightening.
Well, that's about all there is to it. Any questions?
Isn't it terribly dangerous?
Well, it does have its moments. But every precaution is taken to see that the aircraft is fit, and the pilots always try and meet any emergency that may come up.
Test pilots don't wear parachutes, do they?
We certainly do. One in front and one in back.
But, well,
Yes?
Well, I thought you guys were supposed to be really brave and...
Whoa there, young fella. Now remember one thing. There's a big difference between bravery and foolhardiness. Sure, I'd rather not be all rigged up in bulky chutes, but I'll wear or use anything that'll make my job safer. And that goes for all pilots. We're not cowards, but we're not fools either. We've got a dangerous job to do, and the safer we play it, the better we can do it.
Don't be foolish. Safety is for everybody. Stop being a victim of this belief that safety is for sissies. It's a murderous belief. This belief can kill too. Do you believe accidents happen only when your number is up? That things are determined by fate, or just because that's the way the ball bounces? One of these girls is guilty of this murderous belief.
Judy, this is just what I've been looking for, except in pale blue. If they have it in the right color, I think I'll try it on. Maybe we'd better wait until some other time. It's getting late and driving home in rush hour is no fun. Dangerous, too. Oh, don't be silly. We'll be all right. If your number's up, you'll get hit. And if it isn't, you won't. Look, isn't that Bob Prentice across the street? Oh, yes, it is. Maybe he wants a ride home. I'll go ask.
Sue's foolish belief in fate cost her her life. She didn't get killed because her number was up. Her murderous belief killed her. Here's another murderous belief. Do you believe accidents happen because of a law of averages? Do you believe that a mathematical chance is more important than what you do and actually determines whether or not you have an accident?
Looks interesting, Dad. What's it going to be?
Well, these are the leg pieces for that lawn chair in the do-it-yourself book out there, Billy. They've all got to be the same size, so we'll line them up and sew them off together.
Can I try it?
Oh, no. We'll give you some experience with hand tools first, then you can try the power tools.
I'll be careful.
Yeah, I know. That's what all the guys say. Most of them get hurt trying to do it themselves before they know how.
I just saw some figures on that in my math class. Do you know that only 2% of all the people in the country get hurt in accidents? The law of averages is with me. I won't get hurt. Let me try it.
No, not this time, Billy. There. Now we're all set.
Hey, where's the guard?
Oh, we don't need it for this, Bill. That law of averages you talked about will take care of me.
Look out, Dad.
There's your law of averages for you.
This belief doesn't take care of anything or anyone. Many who believe in the law of averages pay the price through carelessness. Bill's carelessness cost him just a hurt hand this time. But faith in the law of averages can be murder. Put it out of your mind. This belief can lead to murder too. Today, more and more people try to use the price of progress as an excuse for their own laziness and carelessness. For this reason, it's wanted for murder. Do you believe accidents are part of the price of progress?
There you are, Mom. All set. Now you won't have to go over to the table to turn the radio off and on. This remote control switch will let you do it right from the sink.
Say, that looks pretty good, son. You sure it'll work?
Yes, sir. I just took the wires, bypassed the switch in the radio, and hooked them into this switch. Made it myself.
Well, it's wonderful to have an electrician in the house to keep us up on the latest scientific advancements. Let's see how your little gadget works.
Are you all right, dear?
Yes, I guess so. But it was quite a shock.
Gee, I'm awfully sorry, Mom. I should have made sure everything was properly insulated and grounded. I guess that's the price of progress sometimes.
Nonsense. If you had been careful and done the job right in the first place, this wouldn't have happened. Why, your mother might have been seriously hurt. And the price of progress is no excuse.
Right. Don't blame your carelessness on the price of progress. Progress has cut down the death rate in tuberculosis and is on the way to the conquest of cancer. Progress has given you all that you see around you in the way of comforts and entertainment. The same attention to safety that we give to progress will give us more progress with more safety. Don't blame accidents on progress when the real blame lies with you and your beliefs. And put this belief out of your mind, too. Accidents don't always happen to the other fellow. Do you believe they do?
I just had a big lunch about an hour ago. This sure tastes good.
I ate a big lunch, too. But I can always force down something good. Mom says she doesn't know how I do it. Come on. Let's go try those dives we've been practicing.
Not me. I'm too full. And you'd better wait a while, too. It's not good to go in the water so soon after eating. Might get a cramp.
Oh, I've done it lots of times, and I never had a head. That's something that always happens to someone else, not to me.
Marilyn was lucky. She knows someone now who's had a cramp while swimming, and all she paid for the knowledge was a little pain. The other fellow can be you. Stop this belief on sight and put it out of your mind. It can be a killer. Do you think you're lucky like this driver? Did you see him breeze through the four-way stop at that intersection? If that other car hadn't stopped, the driver's luck would end right there. Smart passenger. He's getting out.
I'm through right here, Harry.
What are you scared of, Johnny?
You're driving. That's what I'm scared of. Didn't you see that stop sign back there?
Sure, I saw it, but the other car was stopped. So why should I?
Well, suppose somebody came along that figured the same way. He could have plowed right into you.
Not me, Johnny. I'm lucky.
I'm not. I'll walk and be sure I get where I'm going. No more racing trains to crossings or going through stop signs for me.
Johnny's words aren't making any impression on Harry. Look at the needle climb up that speedometer dial. Uh-oh, there's a dangerous curve warning up ahead. Look out, Harry. That curve's sharper than you think. Lucky is another name for foolishness. Anytime you believe you feel lucky, look out for murder. It can happen to you, unless you take these 6 beliefs and throw them out of your mind and out of your life. Wanted for murder. 6 beliefs. The belief that safety is for sissies. That no matter what you do, your number will come up. The belief that you're protected by some dream called the law of averages. The belief that accidents are the price of progress. The belief that accidents only happen to the other fellow. And the belief that an accident can't happen to you because you're lucky. What can these 6 murderous beliefs promise you except a moment of carelessness followed by tragedy or death? Blot them out of your sight and out of your mind. You'll live longer.
Stand by. 10 seconds.
.45. Time for another session with America's foremost commentator on the world scene. And now here he is, Lowell Thomas.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight I would like to take a few minutes from the news to read you a letter. For all it tells of the personal experience of one person, it describes a very frequent experience of many, many others. It's from the wife of a veteran who was discharged from the Army just 3 months ago. Dear Mr. Thomas,
4 years ago, my husband went into the Army. All at once, the newspaper headlines came to life. The war from 1,000 battlefronts with tongue-twisting names put its foot inside my door. For this was my husband, the father of my child, going off to fight. Be brave, keep your chin up. Just words. All I knew was the sheer agony of parting from the dearest thing in my life.
he went into the infantry a foot soldier like millions of others, marching home by way of the rest of the world. He was at Salerno, where men who were his friends died, men with children just as dear to them as our little girl is to him, men who loved a Frankfurter at the ball game just as much as he.
Men whose mothers and wives prayed just as fervently as I. They died. But God was with him and he lived. Yes, they died and he came through, alive and sound. He was at Casino where real flesh and blood men, not just statistics, traded their lives for a bit of ground too small to hold their bodies.
And yet, though bomb and bullet and bayonet vied for the honor of killing him, once again he came through. 4 years of this, 4 long years of this grim Cook's tour, with every advance offering death still another chance.
All through those long 50-hour days and 100-day months, I lived in fear of hearing the doorbell ring, reading that telegram that starts, "The War Department regrets." But no, the telegram never came. The war ended and my husband was still alive. Almost before the impact of this miracle had dawned upon me, he was home, safe in my arms. The misery and the longing and the worry and the danger were all behind him. He was home, and he was safe.
There is nothing in this world that I wouldn't give or do, Mr. Thomas, if this letter could end here, a simple, heartwarming story of happiness regained. But life, unfortunately, is not always like the movies, and happy endings often turn out to be not endings at all, but beginnings, beginnings of sorrow and misery.
3 months after my husband was discharged, life was beginning to return to normal. He had his old job back with the promise of even better things to come. The baby, who had become a little girl during his absence, learned to love the man who was the photo on the piano come to life. And I felt as though I had begun to live again. As I look back now, I can't remember just what I was thinking about that morning. What to have for dinner, or perhaps the invitation to the Clark's party. But it doesn't matter, for every plan and dream ended that morning at an intersection on the way to town. My husband was in his car waiting for a light to change. I'll never know whether he saw the man in the big sedan, but even if he had, there was no time to act. For this man speeded up to beat the light, tried to make a sharp right turn, and crashed into him. this man who killed my husband was trying to make a light. Trying to save 1 minute's worth of time. Imagine all the years of devotion and happiness together that we deserved and would have had. All sacrificed. And for what? If, during the war, he had died fighting on some foreign field, I might have found some consolation, knowing he had helped achieve something he believed in. But how can I feel, realizing that his life was traded for just 60 seconds of time?
It seems incomprehensible to me that a nation like ours, which rose as one person to beat off the murderous attacks of fanatical madmen, can allow this double-headed enemy of carelessness and criminal selfishness to continue its reckless destruction of lives and homes. We can't sit idly by and say it was just an accident, for it's not that at all, Mr. Thomas. It's wanton murder. During the 4 years that America was fighting for its life, 212,000 men, an average of 53,000 a year, lost their lives. Now that the war is ended, we think that terrible waste is over. Ah, but that's an illusion. The horrible slaughter continues. This year alone, traffic accidents will kill more than 40,000 living, breathing human beings. Imagine the entire population of Joplin, Missouri, or St. Petersburg, Florida, or Joliet, Illinois, wiped off the map. And then you have some idea of what this Holocaust means. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of other healthy men, women, and children will be maimed, crippled, have their lives ruined because someone decided to take a chance or tried to save a minute. Accident statistics may seem small compared to the millions and billions that are lightly tossed around these days. But remember, these statistics mean lives lost, people who lived and loved and whose passing has left a void in the hearts of their dear ones. That empty place at the dining room table. The empty seat in the classroom. The vacant desk in the office. These things are just criminal waste, for by far the largest number of our traffic accidents that take such a heavy toll of our citizens are avoidable, completely avoidable, with just a little more care, a little more consideration for the other fellow, a little more common sense on the part of pedestrians as well as motorists, and we could keep thousands of people healthy and well. Let's fight this menace with every ounce of our strength. Let's keep our loved ones at the dining room table. Let's keep those smiling faces at their schoolroom desks. Let's allow our citizens to go on living useful, healthy lives. Unless we all do our part, 1.5 million people, 1 out of every 100 in this country, will be killed or hurt this year. Remember, accidents are not just things that happen to other people. You may be next.
This was the scene of the crime. In our book, it's murder. Same old story to begin with. Victim young, good-looking, wanted to get on television. Had everything it takes for a great career. Someplace along the line, got mixed up with the wrong guy. You know, wound up dead. We don't know who did it or how. That's what we're trying to find out. About the body, not pretty. Beat up, mutilated, pretty bad. Hard to believe anybody'd do a thing like that. But if you've got a strong stomach, take a look. Alive and healthy a month ago. Now, she's dead. Couldn't get her through a projector. If you could, nobody could stand to look.
Yes? Speaking. Tomorrow? But you told me next week. But you've got it.
Mr. Grubb, please, think of your wife.
Let me alone.
This company won't survive.
Let me alone. I've made up my mind.
Mr. Grubb,
Hey, I've made up my mind.
Who did it? We don't know. All we got are suspects. There's a guy named Jones, lab man. He makes prints of films. He handled this print.
That print was perfect when she left me. I had nothing to do with killing her.
Then there's Smith. He's a film distributor. He sent the print to the station.
Why would I do anything to hurt her? I loved her.
And Brown. He's film director at the station.
I know. You're trying to make me the fall guy. It won't work. She was with me a lot, sure, but I was taking care of her.
And Harris, projectionist at the station.
I only had that print long enough to thread her up. I couldn't have done her any harm.
Somebody did. Somebody murdered her. My job? Find out who. We questioned the suspects, got their stories. First, this man Jones from the film laboratory.
What do you pick on me for? I never hurt that print.
How do you figure that?
I know the kind of treatment film gets here. That's my business, protecting film, turning out perfect prints. Why ask me all these questions?
Just routine.
Well, I got nothing to hide. I'll tell you how it was. That print, here's where she came from. First I saw of her, she was coming off this processing machine. Brand new and perfect. And we kept her that way, too.
How?
Well, figure it out. What's the biggest danger to film? Dirt. All right, look around. No dirt in here. Even the air is filtered. Not a chance for any dust or dirt or stuff to get to her.
Go on.
Another thing. Before she ever left the machine, before I ever touched her, she was lubricated.
You oiled her?
No. Wax solution. Here, film goes over this glass cylinder that rotates and puts the lubricant on the emulsion side.
Lubricant?
Yeah, we make it up ourselves. About 1/10 of a gram of Hercules B16 synthetic wax to 100 grams of solvent. Applied here. Dries almost instantly.
What's the idea?
Protection against scratches, abrasion. Keeps the film from sticking in the projector gate. For instance, you ever hear of people having trouble with green prints?
Green prints?
Yeah, that's a print that hasn't been lubricated. That fresh emulsion gelatin is always soft, a little tacky, sticky. Unless you lubricate that surface, the first few times you try to project it, you can have trouble. You get sticking. Little tiny particles of that soft emulsion come off and pile up in the gate. Result is jittery picture, not steady. Not only that, if it sticks bad, the claw puts too much tension on the perforations. May even tear them. Or you can lose a loop, break the film. Or the film runs off and the sprockets punch new holes.
A green print will do that?
Right. Another thing, where that soft emulsion piles up, dirt gets in. It drags against the film, and you get abrasion.
Sounds like what happened to this print.
Nope, couldn't have, because like I said, she was lubricated, like all our prints. That wax coating prevents print sticking. So don't blame me for what happened to that print. Guy you're looking for must be...
Never mind anybody else. What else did you do with her?
What else? Well, took the reel off the machine, made a regular visual inspection. We'd have caught any defects if there'd been any. And we're still working in clean, filtered air, remember. Put her on a core, labeled her, packaged her up, and shipped her off.
That's all?
Yeah. So if I did all that, took all that care, how could I have hurt her?
I wonder.
Huh?
If you did all that. Next guy we talked to was Smith. Works for this film distribution outfit. His story was...
Sure, I remember. She came to us from the lab on a core. We inspected her while rewinding her onto a reel.
Careful, were you?
Sure. Brand new reel, like always. Side straight, no burrs.
Was she in good shape then?
Perfect.
And then?
Well, she went out to 2 or 3 stations. I could tell you which ones.
No names.
Okay. Anyway, the next I saw of her, she was still in A1 condition. That was one morning when I got her out of the rack for timing and inspection.
Hold it. This sign. This film a fire hazard?
What's that? Oh, no, it's all safety film. The point of no smoking is it helps keep the place clean. That's the first rule in handling film. Don't let dirt and stuff get to it.
So they tell me.
You can see for yourself how clean we keep it around here. There's no windows to let dirt and grime in from the outside. Tables, nothing on them except what we need to work with. No chance for dirt or abrasive material to get to our film.
This is the way it always is?
Sure, film's our business. You know how much it costs us when a print gets scratched up and has to be junked?
Plenty.
Plenty is right. That's why I keep my place looking like this. You never catch me doing like some people, letting my table turn into a junk pile. That's murder on film. Well, I got more sense than that. I'll tell you something about film.
What's that?
Whenever film's being handled, moved, other words, wound and rewound, it builds up static electricity. It gets just like a magnet. It attracts particles of dirt, stuff from the air, cigarette ashes, dirt on the table. That stuff gets ground into the film, and you've got scratches.
But about this murder, you took this print to your table?
Yeah, for timing and inspection.
Meaning what?
Well, to measure the footage first, using this counter. But that can't hurt film, providing you don't pull it through too fast.
Did you?
No, took it slow. Thing is, while I was timing her, I was checking for any damage, any abrasions or scratches.
How?
How'd I check? Held her so the light reflects off the film. Any scratches, I'd see them.
Did you see any?
No.
What else you checked for?
Any splices in the print. If there'd been any bad ones, I'd have repaired them. But there weren't. Look for any damage to the perforations, any torn ones. They were all okay.
Anything else?
Yeah, I made sure that the last station hadn't left any commercials in the film, and I checked for improper cue marks.
What marks?
Cue marks. You know, the little marks we put at certain points in the film to signal the director or projectionist when to switch over, or when the film's about over, or when to bring in a commercial. You know.
I get you.
The reason I checked that, well, you should see some of the films we get back. Brother, the cue marks. These jokers all think they've got to have their own special cue marks at their own special places and make them good and big so they can't miss them. Looks awful. Ruins a print. I can understand why they don't use a standard cue system. Believe me.
Okay, but this print, any cue marks on her?
Only the right ones, that's all.
Any other injuries?
No. Like I say, she was in beautiful shape.
Sure of that?
Sure. Anything wrong, I'd have reported it. But there wasn't. Condition A1. No scratches, no perforation damage. Everything okay.
You wear gloves?
Always. Don't catch me getting fingerprints on any films.
Clean gloves?
Yeah, clean gloves. Change them every day, maybe oftener. Look, I know what you're getting at. Gloves pick up dirt particles while you work. Run film over the cloth and it acts just like sandpaper. Only thing is, I didn't do that. My gloves were clean, and I didn't drag the film over the dry cloth. I held it by the edges, like always.
So, then what?
Well, after inspection, we rewound her and cleaned her at the same time.
Cleaned her how?
With wax and solvent. The same thing they use in the labs.
Lubricant, is it?
Yeah. Anytime you clean film, you ought to use a lubricant to do it. Just makes sense to give it that protection.
This machine, it's safe?
Sure. Film runs through these strips of rayon plush. Solution drips onto the material, keeps it moist. The plush is chained so no dirt gets a chance to pile up and scratch the film. Takes up on a reel, and that's it.
So you still say?
That I couldn't have hurt that print. She went right into the can and the shipping case and left here. Like I say, condition A1. I swear it. Anything that happened to her later, I had nothing to do with it. I pass.
Yeah, I see you.
What?
Passing. The buck, that is. We followed the thing a little farther. Talked to this man Brown, film director at the TV station. He admitted he'd had a lot to do with the victim.
Naturally I did. I'm responsible for all the film here at the station. Our own prints and the ones we lease or rent. I make up the programs, see that the film's timed and cleaned, put in commercials, make repairs, all that. But I didn't hurt that film.
What did you do to her?
Well, the day she came in, I got her out of the rack to take her in for timing and inspection.
Sign says no smoking.
I didn't smoke. We don't allow smoking where film's being handled because...
I know. Then what?
Took her in, put her on the table, and started timing.
Table pretty clean?
Yeah, clean, sure. Look at it any time. I know what dirt does to film. We're careful. Any place we're handling film, it's clean, air-conditioned. And that's all we do there. Just handle film.
Don't get touchy. You project this print?
No.
Why not?
Why, I haven't got time to project all the film we get in here. Hundreds of feet a day. Some stuff I project. Sure, if there's a question about it. But not this one. I don't think.
You're not sure?
No, but if I had, that wouldn't have hurt her. You can see our preview projectors in real good shape. Why, we clean the gate every other day. I know what a dirty projector can do to film. And I know what happens if you don't thread a projector right.
So?
So I'm careful about threading, every time. But, like I say, this print, I didn't project. All I did was time her and inspect her and put in the commercials.
Take it a step at a time.
Well, what I did was run her through the footage counter at a good safe speed, too. Some guys pull them through so fast they scream. Not me. I've seen what that can do to film. So have you. So I went slow. Meantime, I checked for scratches and damaged perforations, the usual things, and then...
Find any damage?
No, it didn't. Anyhow, I figured the distributor had made a real thorough check and cleaned it. So there was no reason to think anything was wrong.
He claims there was nothing wrong with it.
Okay, well, I couldn't have heard it either.
Mm-hmm. Then what'd you do?
Spliced in the commercials.
How?
Like I always do. Listen, I know how to make a splice, mister. You can watch me anytime, right by the book. Put the film in carefully. Don't jam it on the pins. Never use Scotch tape or masking tape to back up a splice. I know that. Stuff gets caught in the projector gate.
Oh.
Then I scrape the emulsion, and I use a scraper that's made for scraping. Wet the emulsion to soften it. Take it all off without cutting down into the base. Then the cement. Put it on, close her up, give it 10 or 15 seconds to dry well, and I've got a perfect splice. Well, that's how I always do it. And I keep my splicer adjusted, too, so there's no chance of splices being crooked.
Okay. After inspection, what? You clean it?
No, it didn't need it. The distributor always...
Ever clean film here?
Sure. Our own library prints are Any prints that need it.
Use a machine?
No, we clean it by hand. We run it through soft cotton pads moistened with cleaning fluid. I say clean. We keep changing the cloth so dirt can't pile up and scratch the film.
Cleaning fluid?
Yeah, a solvent with a little synthetic wax in it to lubricate the film. Makes it move through the projector nice and smooth.
Right. Now about this print. After inspection, you rewound it.
Yeah, and I was careful there, too. First place, my rewinds are lined up perfectly. No way film can drag against the sides. And then I kept a constant tension on the film. I'm not one of these wise guys when it comes to rewinding film.
Wise guys?
Yeah, you've seen them. Showing off, building up speed, then coasting. Letting the film drag over the table so it gets scratched. Or cranking it through with a jerky motion so you won't get a good snug roll. And none of that stuff for me, Steady speed. Constant tension when I rewind.
Yeah.
Something else. I've seen guys do a sloppy job so the film's loose on the reel. Then they'll yank on the end of the film till it's tight. Worst thing you can do. Any dirt particles on the film just get ground along against the emulsion and dig grooves. Cinch marks. You've seen them. Look like this.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Okay. That's why I didn't cinch the film. Never do. Rewound are good and snug on a good reel. No bent sides, no burrs. Put her in with the next day's programs. That's all I did. I didn't hurt that print, and you can't prove I did. I'm innocent, so help me.
Funny thing.
Huh?
If you're innocent, why would you want help? That left us with one more suspect. Harris, projectionist at the TV station. Had an answer to everything.
Oh, I grant you film can get ruined in projection. It happens. But not if the film is in good shape and the projector is working right. Now, that's my job. No bent reels, and I never spin the take-up reel after I'm threaded up. And I'll tell you now, my projector never harmed that print.
Sure of that?
Figure it out. I'm supposed to get a good picture on the screen. Only way I can do that is to keep that projector clean. If I don't, the gate gets dirty and the picture starts jumping around like this. Or the sound scanning system gets dirty and the sound goes haywire. Like this. Noisy, you see?
Yes, friends. Feed your pooch doggy drops. He'll go for that yummy flavor. And remember, doggy drops are double enriched. Now twice as effective. Get the handy 50-pound economy size at your neighborhood kennel.
So I don't let those things happen. I work on that projector.
Work on it? How?
Well, take the gate. Every chance I get, I pull it out and clean it. Especially along these rails. Let emulsion or dirt pile up here, and it's liable to scratch the film, particularly in the soundtrack area. Then you've got a noisy track.
Go on.
Another thing, if the gate's dirty, the film can't move through freely. Tends to stick when the intermittent pulls down on the perforation. Now, that extra strain can scar those perforations, may even tear them. Then you lose your loop, get run off, really chew up the film.
That's what happened here to the victim?
Nope, that's what didn't happen. Because I cleaned that gate, got the dust out of it. And that isn't all. I checked every film contact point. Made sure the rollers were all really rolling, not stuck so the film was dragging over them. Now, that could happen.
Did it?
No, I told you I checked it. Part of my normal maintenance. Like checking the sound system all the time. Cleaning all the film contact points to make sure we get the best sound quality. And also, make sure the film doesn't get scratched when it goes over the drum. Main thing with the projector is to keep it clean and lubricated right. Then it'll never damage film. Not if the film's okay to begin with.
How about threading?
Well, what about it? Listen, I know my job. I thread that projector 50 times a day, and I do it right. Ask anybody, they'll tell you. Or you can watch me yourself. Anything goes wrong during projection, it's because there are bad splicers in the print, or torn perforations, or dirt on the film. I take care of this projector, and I thread it up the right way. Now, that's all I can do. I projected that print, and I put her in the rack. That's the last I saw of her.
Not quite.
What do you mean?
You see her now. So, there it stands. A murder that everybody says couldn't have happened. We don't know who did it. All we know is this. If all the suspects had treated the victim like they say they did, she'd be alive today. Only she's not. Somebody's guilty. Maybe all of them together. But if they stick to their stories, we're stuck with a perfect crime. It happens. More than you think. As for you, we figure you're innocent. This case, you can go. Just one thing. You want to stay in the clear and get this straight. Every time you handle film, better figure it's a matter of life or death, because it is. Get a little careless, and we may be after you for murder on the screen.
Of an outcast, now a hunted wanderer over the face of the globe. She lived life to the full, and in her wake, she left a trail of broken men. Now a fugitive, battered and beaten, she spends her numbered days in a miserable hideout. You all know her name, Anopheles Annie, the malaria mosquito.
Oh. To look at me now, you wouldn't hardly believe it. But back in the good old days, I was really some stuff. Yeah, it was a cinch for a gal to get along when I was young and good-looking. But times have changed. Why, I used to be the toast of the hot spots, queen of the swamps. The world was my playground. The South Pacific, India, North Africa, Italy. Yep, all over the world. I knocked them on their heels. I took my drink straight, but the boys got theirs mixed with a Mickey Finn. My percentages was going up when the big shots turned on the heat. It was the same old vice squad that made it hot for me down in Panama. Parasitologists, entomologists, malariologists, every damnedologist in the country got on my trail. And I do mean trail. They started a cleanup. First, they wised the boys up. Smashed up our hangouts. They really poured it on with oil. They dusted us off with Paris green. They busted in all the joints from Burma to Bizerti. The racket's getting tougher. The percentages ain't what it used to be, but thanks to Snafu, a smart operator can still sneak in for a one-night stand.
Pipe the torso. Look at those knees. He don't care where he goes. He's wide open.
Repellent? He never touches the stuff. And that goes for the Atterbreen, too. Well, dearie, as long as that guy's around, a little gal can still make an honest living. Oh.